Hi and hello. We conducted an interview which contains 4 questions regarding issues connected to the teachings in Familiaris Consortio, and this short film shall present our findings along with our teachings. So I hope you enjoy what you prepared.
Families, most especially the parents, should plan and be more aware of the gift that we're blessed with them, which is in helping in the creation of life. The use of contraception, abortion, and assistive reproductive technology should be taken in a more serious manner, and not just be treated as a simple option to make. Every life should be taken with more respect no matter who, what, or where they are. I believe that the answer given is appropriate and true, because according to what is written in the Familiaris Consortio, love is essentially a gift, and conjugal love does not end with a couple, as it makes them capable of the greatest gift, which is becoming co-operators with God in the creation of life. Thus, as stated in the answer given, they should plan and be more aware of the gift that was given to them, and that the use of contraceptives and such should be taken in a more serious manner and not just an option that is easily chosen.
Here are some tips on how families can support and educate their children in these areas while upholding the teachings of the Church and creating a safe and open environment. First, it is important for children to feel comfortable discussing these sensitive topics with their parents or guardians. Second, it is important for family to emphasize that everyone deserves respect regardless of their gender, sexuality, and identity. They must also educate their children on the teachings of the Church regarding on gender, sexuality, and their identity. By following these tips, families can support and educate their children in these sensitive areas while upholding the teachings of the Church. So, the answer that was given for the question was very well thought of, since for Filipino parents and families, the topic of sexuality and such are considered taboo. And that said, I like how the answer included creating an environment where children can feel safe talking about their sexuality rather with their parents or guardians. In addition to that, it is also established that it is part of the parents' duty to educate and guide their children, as it was stated in the Familiaris Consortio. The educational service of parents must aim firmly at the training in the area of sex, which is truly and fully personal. And for sexuality, it is an enrichment of the whole person, body, emotions, and soul. It manifests in its utmost meaning in leading the person to the gift of self in love. However, the education given must bring the children to a knowledge and respect for the moral norms as the necessary and highly valuable guarantee that is responsible for personal growth and in human sexuality.
Families can volunteer their time and skills to help organizations that work with people who are poor and or victims of racism. This can include volunteering at a local food bank or shelter, tutoring children from low-income families, or working with organizations that provide legal assistance to victims of racism. Educate themselves and others. It is important for families to educate themselves and others about the causes and effects of poverty and racism. Advocate for change. Families can advocate for change by contacting their elected officials and advocating for policies that address poverty and racism. Practice empathy and kindness. Families can contribute to making the world a better place by practicing empathy and kindness towards others.
And every answer that the interviewee gave was right in every sense, considering that It was also stated in the Familiaris Consortia that the social role for family does not only stop at procreation and education. In addition to that, it was also mentioned that families, therefore either singly or in association, can and should devote their time and themselves to manifold social service activities, especially in favor of the poor or any rate of benefit for all people, which is in line with the answer that said engaging in volunteer work. It was also written in the Familiaris Consortia that families have this social role to fulfill, which is called upon to find the expression also in the form of political intervention. And that said, family should be the first to take steps to see that the laws and institutions of the state not only do not offend but support and defend the rights of others, which is in line with the advocation of change.